How do you kill Yunara thing?
If he gets like a cleanse, right, you know, you don't have that sort of Rakan ult where they can just lock him down. And also Braum can't do as much in lane.
Going to come of it as Casting going aggressive once again. The flash forward from this Renekton as Rich doesn't have a hop anymore. In comes the Pantheon, and that is first blood for the bros.
Nice pickup there. The rest of DRX moving in to try and respond, but I don't think that they're in time.
6 seconds until Weaver's Wall. The flash forward from Willow, though, wants to lock down. Gideon knows that there is no flash available. He puts up the Aegis, and there's the run warp to deliver them all in, but that is 2 kills over to Willow already. Now looking for Roma, who still doesn't have flash, but isn't going to be targeted. That is
Gone a little bit slowly there.
Let's see how many abilities. One up. Namgung?
We're not going to see it. Namgung in trouble here. He
does stand beside Roma, but there is the magical journey. And down will go the Braum. The mobility of this composition.
Bro have a very skirmish-based composition. You know, you have Pantheon, Braum.
Yeah.
You want to be running around just fighting people. The fact that you now can't because you're so far behind already, and your jungler is so much weaker, really puts you in an uncomfortable spot.
And that is going to continue. Going to quite be able to get that next plate here as Willa does secure the final grub. Pantheon makes his way down, but the man drop is
so bad.
Yeah, not going to have too much. And now Tempered Fate going to try to hold Gideon in position, but he can't get over the wall. He's thrown back. There's another seismic shove, and Rich is going to collect his kill. Oh man, I needed to quote Chronicler there and say that he could have flashed over the wall, but he couldn't.
Yeah, he's down a bit of farm, but he's actually up in terms of gold. It hasn't worked out.
Oh no, Teddy had his back interrupted as Namgung's in a lot of trouble. In comes the mega fed jungler here in Willer, and there is Namgung actually getting singled out. Tempered Fate is gorgeous as the audacious charge from Willer is so beautiful. Gideon left on his own underneath this outer turret. Could have actually gone into the Tempered Fate to keep himself alive. As I'll have to hold my thought for a moment. Jiu, without any summoner spells, is all alone underneath this turret and will be taken out. Gideon will find his second kill of the game. That is a good answer back here by the... Hopefully it's not an Ocean Soul. That'd be very boring, as Gideon might be in a little bit of trouble here. Weaver's Wall to come on through here from UCal at the same time. True Shot Barrage doing a fair bit of work, but now I'm going to be singled out. Roma off to the side, fighting against Gio. Is Casting great flank angle to get him amongst it, and they're going to take down the Yunara. You can see Willa trying to fight Gideon, but he does manage to pull away. Teddy, though, is singled out, and he's going to get destroyed as Willa just audaciously charges the blue buff, and he'll take that on his way out. Just a trade of bottom lane for AD carry, and DRX somehow come out ahead.
Looked a little bit scary for a bit there. I honestly think Bro's approach to the fight wasn't bad, but I think the goal disadvantage and also some of the repositioning from DRX helped them navigate what started as a bit of a rough fight. Gio kind of just got taken out immediately, and the flanking Renekton was initially a big threat, but unfortunately just wasn't the gas in the tank for the Bros.
Yeah?
Dragon will go over to DRX.
Just yet. I just realized that Bard is the ultimate Bro and Brew champion.
Yeah.
He's the only one that actually brews. Apart from Gragas, I guess. Gragas.
Yeah, Gragas does also brew.
He brews a fair bit. But it's the different kind of... So we could have actually had Debonair Ezreal in this game.
Oh, isn't that... what's his Zenzawa skin where he's in a suit?
Oh, that's Tuxedo.
Oh.
That's the Jet Gragas.
Full circle.
Very Gragas.
Back to the original point. Beautiful.
All right. DRX, in the meantime, by the way, guys, if you were asking us to talk about the game, Orcs, catch us up on what has happened.
We do have some items coming in. Fiend Hunter Bolts for Jiu. That's nice. Dragon's now up and available, and DRX like, you know what? Baron. But Bro have cottoned onto that. Actually, they just TP'd Casting into bot side.
Oh, no. And they've got a ward on this dragon. They know that they're... True Shot Barrage. There's a Tempered Fate not doing too much here. As Jiu is over the other side of the wall. This is a very interesting scenario. Gideon going down very low, though. And the Pantheon will just be executed. That is no jungler, but Casting trying to take matters into his own hands. A massive Crocodile will destroy 2 with the help of Roma, who finishes them off. And a 2-for-1 old DRX. That was not the decision.
And this sort of point in the game where he's just a bit too tanky. You know,
just in 2 items as well,
yeah. The Starix as well, the shield. I'm not even sure if it came in here. I don't think he got low enough.
Over and over again. All 5 members back on the Rift as there is going to be Namgung pulled back. Puts up the door, though. That will mitigate a fair bit of this damage. Vision now down as Casting looking to once again get himself into that backline, but Andal's going to spot him out there. Does throw him back with the Blast Cone. There is going to be the steal away. as the Pantheon held in position by the Tempered Fate. They do manage to get the seismic shove as well, as Gideon in a lot of trouble, and Will is going to be able to lock that one down. Casting now in also a whole lot of trouble, and the seismic shove is so good, but Casting gets in there once again with the ultimate. This time he's too low, and this time he's going to get punished as DRX take down 3 and get out safe.
Bro, sights set on the dragon. They managed to pick it up, but just weren't really in a position to follow up on the fight, and DRX just held them close, put a hand on their forehead and said, you ain't coming any closer than this. The Talia really locking down not only the Pantheon, but the Renekton as well. Just couldn't do anything. Roma and Teddy just watching as the teammates get cut down.
Oh, UCal just going to close the door here on this Baron. There is no Gideon for another 4 seconds and doesn't have ult, so he's not making his way over here, as now Teddy could be in trouble. They flash on top of Andal, and they take him down, but the Baron will be secured. A gentleman's sacrifice. That is a lot of plate gold. DRX have just been a little bit better at destroying turrets. Only 1 has actually been taken down here by the Bros. Maybe that's a reason why they are 3,000 gold behind. But the team fights seem to be going in DRX's favor as well, and that's going to continue as this Baron is just slaughtering all of these structures. And this is what you were talking about earlier on as well. I mean, Rich is going to be a menace in the side lane. That is continuing right here. Flash out of the way of the Tempered Fate as the Bros are scared, and DRX are closing.
It's still not being buffed, right? So it's still just normal actualizer, so...
Yeah. It's still normal, ridiculous on Rise. Gideon going to get caught out here as Jew is going to get cleansed. The Aegis goes up, but Gideon doesn't have very much support. And keep coordinated and make something happen as UCal looking to flick back Casting here, was wanting to go on a bit of a flank angle once again.
Rich's Mega's about to run out too. This is honestly as good as you're going to get for Bros to take this fight.
Well, Willa could be in trouble here as he's taken down very low. That is going to be the steal away from Gideon. Very nicely done. As DRX probably just want to get out of here at this point. There is a Realm Warp, though, to deny it, and there's the man drop that comes on through, but an immediate flick, and UCal says good night to the Pantheon once again. This time, Casting can't make his way in as the concussive blows wear off onto Rich.
Which makes it awkward to time it, and his ult's not quite up yet, so they need to buy some time here.
Well, there's a teleport in from Casting. Rich trying to get as much information as possible, chasing down this Braum for now. As now looking to get on top, and he's so slippery. Tempered Fate onto 3 as the Realm Walk does absolutely nothing. Teddy is executed, a massive Gnar into the wall as Casting against that shield from the Sterix, but it does nothing at all. Goomba stomped and taken out, and DRX are just running the show here. 3 on the floor, and they sacrifice the Bard, but it is another beautiful, worthy sacrifice from Andal.
Andal is just putting on a clinic.
17 assists! 17 assists, Hawks!
That ult just catching all 3 of them as they just got in aggressive. It was just perfect. Baron secured now for DRX, and it feels like things are just going. He had the
Lucidity, right?
Lucidity, yeah, for the movement speed. So now he switched over to the upgraded Sorks. He wants that extra pen. And I think the game plan is he's going Rabadons. He doesn't have any percentage pens. This kind of allows him to cheat a little bit and not feel as bad about going Void Staff later. I guess that's the theory behind it. But yeah, I definitely remember he had...
Yeah, okay, good. As long as he did have some shoes to make use of his quest. But this is going to be base broken here towards the top side of the map. DRX just moving forward like a freight train for now, and the Bros not with too many options as far as stopping them. You need to, stopping trains, what do you need? Spider-Man? Spider-Man does that.
Spider-Man can stop train.
He did do that one time.
A train.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
It was pretty hard.
Yeah.
But he did do it.
And it was a while ago, so maybe there's more tech that some of the other Spider-Mans have figured out as well. They need to get one of them, though, to figure out how to stop this, because DRX are closing in. 2 inhibitors now taken down. And the Bros, I mean, they're going to have to force something to get them off these Nexus turrets.
No one has flash yet, though, so it's really hard. Namgun's closest, but engage Braum. We've talked about
Oh, dear. That does not work. There's another flick back. Casting just taking too much damage, and here goes the Pantheon. He's just thrown around like a ragdoll, though. Not a whole lot of options here as he moves towards the bottom side, looking to try and get himself out. The Bros looking worse for wear, but DRX also...
He needs to be able to hit people. This is the main issue they're having right now. They're moving on to this dragon, though, and Rich is still dead.
Well, Realm Warp to bring Roma in. DRX just not electing to do that. They're going to do the winning the game thing.
Base, yes, base.
Hey, but
important.
Even if their Nexus
get over the wall.
Oh dear.
Does he know?
Oh, the circle! Perfect position, and the barrier is not actually enough to stop him from being taken down. Oh, Teddy, no! He'll get taken out. Gio delivered another kill. That Andal had hit him more recently. Because Andal was the one that was, you know, like telling them go get the Ezreal, but he didn't get an assist. Oh, really disappointing. Well, there's a Tempered Fate. That's going to hold on to Roma here. Oh, Yukal, he's pretty good at these. The flash does have to be used. Gets Roma to safety, but it's not going to help. Now I'm going to bottom lane. Now waiting in the death chamber. Still 10 seconds on Teddy. Nexus turrets just getting destroyed as Willa goes in. They're going to try and take down this Rise before this one happens. It's a 3-man Gnar from Rich, though. And this should complete the ace, or at least send them to meet Teddy, who has just come back up again. Gio trying to find these autos. Gets a triple. Takes down the Nexus, and DRX will lead 1-0.